Hey everybody, Mrs. Vance here. We're ready to talk about finishing touches on our monsters. So both of my monsters are probably about 90% done. The things I want you to look for when we think of finishing is empty spaces and did you outline everything in black to really make things pop. So I have some examples here to kind of go through and show you as we go. So as far as just finishing, we want to make sure it looks like oil pastel and not like crayons. And my orange guy is looking, and my purple guy is looking a little bit like crayon. And for the most part, that's because I only went over it once. Okay, so if you want it to look a little bit more complete and finished and not like crayon, basically you're just going to go back over your project and color over and fill in that white space. You can already see the difference between here and over here. So we really want to make sure that maybe we go over our main sections of our monster and our background 2 times. Okay, that's going to ensure that we really make sure we do a nice job and fill everything in completely. So I'm going to go ahead and spend some time kind of filling in some of those big spaces. I'll just do half of it, and then like usual I will take a finished picture of my final product. So just going over everything one more time, being careful if you already have some black outlines because you can smear that black, so you do have to be careful around there. And it's okay if there is a little bit of white showing. That's just the nature of the paper, and it's really difficult to kind of not have that. And then I would do the same thing to the background, and I am going to end up getting some oil pastel on my desk. So you might want to put a piece of scratch paper or something underneath you while you are coloring so that you don't hurt the surface that you are working on. So a lot of times I like to slip it right underneath, and that way I can color right off the paper, and you can see how much deeper that blue is and filled in everything is in the sections that I have gone over twice. So you're going to want to do that first before you look at any other finishing touches. So I'd want to complete the whole thing before I move on. Okay. The other things I want you to look for is, did you outline everything? So I can tell right away that I did forget some things. I would want to outline the outside edge of my creature carefully. And remember, I'm using the edge of my black to do so. And I already peeled my black, so I have a little bit more oil pastel exposed. And just going over it, see how much different it looks. You can really see left side versus right. This looks a lot more finished than this side because this is the side I've been working on, right? Okay, and then the other thing I need to do is I need to outline my party hat just like that, and I'm going to add some of those. I don't know what you call the pom-pom on the top of the party hat. Sure, that's what we'll call it. Okay, and then I would need to go back and outline the rest of my head. Okay, so once I do that and I kind of work across my project, my orange guy should be done. So he's my orange and blue complementary color monster. So then if we move over here to my purple guy that you guys haven't seen yet, okay, I definitely would want to color over all my purple again so that it doesn't look like crayon. So pressing a little bit harder, overlapping the areas to get a nice rich purple. Remember my trick to trace your edges so you don't accidentally kind of over color into your background or into a different section. Do that for your nose, for your eye, for your eyebrows. Okay, so you can see the difference between here and here. Okay, that second layer is huge. It makes a big, big difference. So I'd want to do that anywhere where I feel like it's looking a little crayon-like. So I'm going to do that carefully in the nose. If you accidentally smudge your black, just kind of go back and forth and it'll blend in and it'll almost actually look like a little bit of shading. So that's all right. Okay, so now my nose looks a little bit better. Go ahead and go over that top edge there. All right, where else? So I think I like the stripes on my monster to stay white, so I'm okay with having that white in the eye, white in the horns, and then as well in the nose area. I'm just going to kind of clean up the coloring so there's no white specks showing, like so. And I'm coloring in those smaller areas, I'm coloring kind of in a circular pattern to really blend in those areas there. I would need to go back down here to my mouth and give it another layer of, I used black for this mouth to really make it look dark. Really fill it in. And then I need to outline my creature in black. And then I added those curl marks in black as well. And I only did them on the left side because I'm going to wait till I'm done coloring my second layer on that right side before I add those. Okay, so again, you can see the big difference between where I have colored a second time and where I have not yet. So that's going to be the main focus of your finishing touches. And then you're just going to look everything over and ask yourself, do you need to add anything? I added these little stripes in my eyebrow to give my eyebrow some kind of hair-like texture. Feel free to do any sort of detail work like that that you would like to do to your complementary monster. So this guy is my purple and yellow monster. I've got my blue and orange monster, and maybe some of you will do a red and green monster. I cannot wait to see your creatures. They're going to be so exciting, but take the time to do these finishing touches. It's what makes your art go to the next level. All right, guys, have a great day.